Greetings, my friends. It's your friendly neighborhood PhD, Dr. Judd Burton, bringing you another Beyond Report on this Tuesday, March the 16th, 2021. As always, if you like the content, please click a like, subscribe, and share. I do appreciate it. And we'll start off with some news. Got some new things available through the Institute this week, too. But today we travel to the land of California, where apparently the State Department of Education is proposing a curriculum uh, of ethnic studies that is promoting some rather strange practices. Now, I should qualify this with the fact that I, on principle, I have no problem with ethnic studies programs. I think that they can do a lot to teach and preserve the culture of different ethnicities, and as an anthropologist, I'm all for that. But there's some rather destructive, at least at the very least, disturbing things that are coming out of the California State Department of Education promotion of this proposed ethnic studies curriculum, which it looks like they're promoting for both uh, primary and secondary education. Now, of course, you're going to find ethnic studies programs at the university and college level anyway, and they're filtering their way into public school. What's disturbing about this are a couple of elements that I want to bring to the fore, and the first of which is the basically the denouncement of the God of the Bible and Jesus Christ in particular as a a white man's deity, and again carrying with it all of the alleged imperialist and colonialist baggage that supposed white civilization has always been at the forefront of. And secondly, the within the proposed curriculum is the intoning of a series of chants rather to a number of Aztec gods. Now, I'll put a link in the description so that you can look at this. Uh, the first of the deities is one that's associated with um, human sacrifice, and the Texcatlipoca, I believe, is the name. I'm not. I'm certainly familiar with Mesoamerican mythology, and this should be right at the top of the disturbing list. Why? For the purposes, supposedly the purposes of promoting social justice, does a group or a group under an educational system need to be invoking a god that fed on human blood, that was associated with human sacrifice? Now, there's kind of a laundry list of deities associated with these chants, but I'd bring your attention to two more. The other one is Huitzilopochtli. Interestingly enough, is the god of war and is also associated with human sacrifice. Um, the What's interesting about invoking this particular deity, often rendered as a hummingbird deity, that's sort of the theriomorphic form, is that Huitzilopochtli was, according to the legends of the Aztecs, this was the deity that appeared before their leaders and shamans, notably Tenoch, to leave their ancestral lands of Aztlan, the location of which is up for some debate, but probably somewhere around the northwestern portion of Mexico, and to move into the Valley of Mexico and establish their civilization there. You want to talk about warfare and imperialism? The Aztec were basically at war with everybody that they came in contact with. There's a story about how one of the first tribes that they encountered in the Valley of Mexico uh, they made a political pact with, and there was a marriage, and the king was supposed to marry a maiden of this local tribe. And in what they believed was the marriage ceremony, the Aztec or Mexica priest took the young lady up a pyramid, but pulled her over to a table, and in the typical Mesoamerican fashion, splayed her out on the table, jammed an obsidian knife in her chest, and pulled her heart out, sacrificing her to their gods. Now that night at what was supposed to be the banquet, the priest or one of the priests of the Aztec wore the skin, the flayed skin of this maiden, and needless to say, this caused no small amount of conflict between these two groups, and this sort of tension was basically what the Aztec Empire was built on. They warred with all of their neighbors and took captives from them, sacrificing them to their gods. And of course, the final deity that I would draw your attention to that's invoked in this curriculum is Quetzalcoatl, the fabled uh, feathered serpent god of creation and destruction, also known previously amongst the Maya as Kukulkan, a very perennial feature in Mesoamerican mythology, involved with the flow of time, creation, destruction, uh, and interestingly, a flying serpent. Uh, so this is what the California State Department of Education is encouraging. Yes, my friends, we live in strange times. Now, in some news that might lift your spirits, um, as many of you know, follow the Dead Sea Scrolls and read the fragments that we have. The original form that they were found in was very fragmentary, and they're always finding new fragments and piecing new fragments together. And another one of those strides has been made recently, and they have found elements of the books of Zechariah, and I believe the other one was Nahum, either Nahum or Nehemiah. I think it's Nahum. I'll put a link in the description to that so you can read that article as well. Well, spring is upon us. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. For a lot of people, it's spring break. Stimulus checks are going out. And Burton Beyond and the Institute of Biblical Anthropology also have stimulus programs just for you. Now, some of you, if you've been following me on Facebook and Twitter, you've seen that for a very limited time, I'm offering a stimulus package as well. It is for $300. You get the new rudiments in the Greek New Testament. You can choose your choice of one of the 3 certification programs currently available through the IBA: Biblical Anthropology, Biblical Demonology, or Preternatural Morphology. Now, that's the whole 12-course module. Plus, you get a library of ebooks. Now, tallied all together, this is about $650 worth of material that you're getting for $300. You get the Greek class, which is about 2 months long. And then you have between 6 and 12 months of instruction under one of these certification programs. Now, folks, plus ebooks that are going to, in large part, are going to be textbooks for the courses. So now is a great time to take advantage of this deal. If you want to take the Greek class for yourself, give the course module certification for somebody else, the ebooks, you'll have a virtual library. So this is a fantastic deal that I'll announce the closure of probably towards the end of the week. So this will be a great time to take advantage of it. More students coming in every week, so you're more than welcome. All are welcome to study with me. Of course, the individual course modules that I mentioned a moment ago, they're also available for $175 right now for a week. And books in my store are 10% off this week as well. And I'll put links to all that in the description. If you want to register for those programs, those classes, you can email me at professorburton at yahoo.com. And for the big stimulus package, just put stimulus check in the subject line. Well, that's all for right now, folks. I'll be having some more videos this week. And again, our marching orders haven't changed as believers. The Great Commission is still in force. We're still to do what we've always been doing. So keep an eye on the events that are transpiring around you, but also keep your hand to the plow. Be pragmatic. Stay open to God. Be always in prayer. God bless all of you, and I'll see you soon.